Right. Hello guys, this is Muhammad Aryandika, and this is my recap video for basic speaking class. And here I'm gonna review some material in basic speaking class. Well guys, in this semester in basic speaking class we had already learned about many things, especially about expression in daily life. It's very helpful for us, of course, but we also need to know how to use it. I mean, we need to know how is the manner when we need to say it or when we don't need to say it. Well guys, maybe you forgot how to say it in the right situation, so I'm gonna explain or I'm gonna review it for you. So here we go. Okay, the first one is how to give, how to accept, and how to reject sympathy and condolence. Well, mostly sympathy is sharing of unhappiness or suffering, but sympathy also can be mean in sharing of positive emotion. But usually sympathy is used for giving someone a support for he or she something done that maybe he felt or she felt of something. Well, mostly people use I'm sorry for saying sympathy, but you can do more specific, such as I'm sorry to hear that, or I'm sorry for your loss. And how about the condolences? Well, actually it's all the same with sympathy. It used when you want to cheer others or when you want to support others, but condolences is more specific because you only can say it when somebody passed away. For example, when your friend's father passed away and then you said I'm sorry to hear that to your friend, or my condolences is for you. And how to accept of sympathy and condolences, you just can say it thank you for your support. The second one is how to give a compliment. Compliment means is to raise or to praise someone, to give a positive emotion. Well, basically you give a compliment when you want to praise someone because of their style or maybe their personality. And how to express a compliment to others, you can say wow, you look amazing, or wow, you are very talented, or you looks good in it. And guys, you need to remember a few rules of giving compliment. The first one is don't overdo it. I mean, when you want to praise someone, just do it once or twice, don't do it very often. I mean, it could be annoying for that person. The second one is be specific. When you want to praise someone, you need to be specific what you want to praise of him, of her, or of her, I mean. And the third one is you need to do in the right tone. I mean, when you praise someone in the wrong tone, just like wow, good, it's not gonna be a compliment, it's maybe a sarcasm, so remember it guys. Okay, the third one is describing people or object. This expression is used when you want to describe a people or something that you know. Of course, you need to know what is the something or who is that you want to describe. Well, there are a few rules how to describe people or object or something. The first one, when you wanna describe someone, you need to pick the appropriate word. I mean, when you choose the inappropriate word, maybe it's very rude for that person. And the second one, when you wanna describe an object or something, you need to know more specific about the object that you wanna describe. Okay, the fourth one is asking for help. Asking for help is very common in daily conversation. It used when you want to start a conversation to make it more natural. There are a few expressions for asking of help. The first one is how are you? The second one is how's thing? The third one is how are you doing? And how to answer it, you can say I'm good, thanks, I'm okay, or maybe I'm not too good. And for make it more polite, you can ask them back. For example, Hi, how are you? Well, I'm good, thank you. How about you? You need to ask them back because it is make more polite than when you don't ask them back. Alright, now is the fifth one, and this is gonna be the last material from me that I'm gonna explain here. So it is apologizing. You guys must be remember what is apologizing. Apologizing is not only used when you do an accidentally mistake, but it's also used when you do accidentally mistake. For example, when you bump to others that you don't know, you're gonna say I'm sorry, right, for bumping him or her. Well, there are a few expressions how to apologize to others. The first one is I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. The second one is it was my fault, I'm sorry. The third one is I apologize, it's my mistake. The someone that you ask for his or her forgiveness maybe gonna forgive you because your politeness to say apologizing. The next one is I'm gonna say my opinion about face-to-face class and online class. Well, actually I prefer to take the face-to-face class because I can do speaking more freely. I mean, there is no internet problem connection, right? So you can say whatever you want, and when you do speaking in face-to-face class you can do it more naturally and you can improve your speaking more than in online class. And in face-to-face class you can control your fear of speaking in front of others, whether in online class you cannot do it. And in face-to-face class you can say everything what you want. You don't need to wait for others to talk, just like in online class, because when it is in online class you need to wait for others to talk because you cannot talk more freely than in face-to-face class. And in online class it has more silentness than in face-to-face class, because in online class maybe you don't pay attention to the lecture, and it is different with face-to-face class. In face-to-face class the silentness is different. The silentness is only when you pay attention to the lecture. The next one is how fluent I am in English. I think I'm good enough in English and I'm confident enough to speak in English in the front of others, and I think I'm gonna give score to myself for 7.5. Why? Because when you speak with foreign language you need to have your confidence, because without confidence you cannot speak anything, you cannot say anything because of your fear is more bigger than your confidence. So I think the score of myself is 7.5 because I am very confident to talk in English, and that is my plus point. The next one are my weakness when I am talking in English. The first one is sometimes I always confused to talk in English, whether it is my grammar or whether this is my point that I wanna give to you all. The second one is vocab. Why? Because my vocab is very basic. Maybe I know some advanced vocab but not much, so I can classify my vocab is in basic and in intermediate. In advanced I don't know that much because I seldom to read literature, maybe novel or maybe paper, something else. And why I don't know that advanced vocab that much, because advanced vocab for me it is very formal and it is not always used in daily life, because I am learning English from game and maybe from music and movie. So in movie, music, and video game, advanced vocab is not always used. So it is quite new for me to use advanced vocab. That's all. Well, guys, that's all my recap video. So thank you for watching and see you in the next semester.